Okay, so this is chapter 5, which is fractions. So, we're just basically gonna practice some questions now. So it says calculate 5/6 times 1 plus 4 plus 1 over 8, giving your answer as a fraction in its lowest terms. So, firstly, we need to make the common denominator the same. But I'm gonna do what's in the brackets first. So what are my multiples of 4? I get 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, with 8 I get 8, 16. So the common denominator is 16. So I'm gonna rewrite this as 5 over 6 multiplied 4, 8, 12, 16. So 4 on the top, 16 on the bottom, plus 2 on the top. Okay, this gives me 5 over 6. 4 plus 2 is 6 over 16. I can say 5 times 6 is 30. And 6 times 16 is 96. Okay? And that will be my answer. I can simplify 15 over 48, and I think that's the simplest form I can keep it in. Right, so what's the next question? Number 2. It says 93,800 students took an examination. 19% received grade A, and those are the percentages of the different grades. What percentage of the students received grade U? Okay, the rest received grade U. So, first of all, remember, all probabilities, or in this sense, all fractions, okay, add up to 1. So, I'm going to say 19% plus 24% plus 31% plus 10% plus 11%, okay, gives me what? Let's have a look. So 19 plus 24 plus 31 plus 10 plus 11 gives me 95%. Well, that leaves me with 5% left over. So 5% of the students receive a grade U. Next question, B. What fraction of the students received grade B? Give your answer in its lowest terms. So grade B was 24%. Now, 24% is equal to 24 out of 100. I can this as 12 over 50. Okay. Can that be simplified? Yes. 6 over 25. I think that's the simplest form. Next bit. C. How many students received grade A? So grade A, 19% got a grade A, and there's 93,800 students altogether. So I need to convert 19% first of all into a decimal, which is going to be 0.19. Then I'm going to do 93,800 students times 0.19. That's 93,800 times 0.19, and that gives me 17,822 students. Okay, that's my answer to that. Right, next question. During one summer, there were 27,500 cases of salmonella poisoning in Britain. The next summer, there was an increase of 9% in the number of cases. Calculate how many cases there were in the second year. Okay, so first year there was 27,500 cases. Okay, then there was a 9% increase in the cases the following year. And it asks us, just double check, how many cases were there in the second year. So first of all, we need to work out what 1% is of 27,500. So to get 1%, 1% is equal to 0.01. So I'm going to do 0.01 times 27,500. That gives me 275 cases is 1%. Now 9% is going to be 1% times 9 equals 9%. So I'm going to do 275 times 9 equals 2,475 cases is going to be 9%. So it says a 9% increase, therefore I can add to the original 27,500 cases in the first year plus the new 9% increase, and that gives me 29,975 cases in second year. Okay, right, next question. Okay, Abdul's height was 160 centimeters on his 15th birthday. It was 172 centimeters on his 16th birthday. What was the percentage increase? So, it was 160 centimeters when he was 15, and then 172 centimeters on his next 16th birthday. What was the percentage increase in his height? So, first of all, let's find the difference. 172 minus 160 is 12 centimeters. That's the difference. Now we need to work out what fraction 12 is out of 160. 12 divided by 160 is 0.075. If you want to work out the percentage, you multiply that by 100. Okay, that's 7.5%. So the increase was 7.5%. That was the percentage increase in his height. Right, next question. Alphonse spends $28 on food. So Alphonse spends $28 on food, and then this amount is 4/9 of his allowance. Calculate his total allowance. If 28 is 4/9, so I'm just going to convert that into a decimal. So this is 0.4 reoccurring, or 44.4 reoccurring percents. Okay? Now, how am I going to work out 100%? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all divide 28 by 4 to give me 1/9. So I'm going to do 28 divided by 4. So $7 is 1/9. Okay? Now if I now multiply 7 by 9, that will give me 9 out of 9. Okay, and that's $63. Okay, so $63 is 9 out of 9, which is 100%. So the answer is $63 is his total allowance. Okay. Right, next question. It says, write down a common multiple of 6 and 8. So, common multiple of 6 and 8. So the times tables of 6 and 8. So we can do 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Let's do 8. 8, 16, 24. Okay, so we've already got a common multiple. That was 2a, and then part B, it says work out 5 over 6 minus 3 over 8. Well, common multiple is 24, so I need to multiply this by 3, top and bottom, so this can be rewritten as 3 times 3 is 9 over 24, 5 over 6, I need to multiply this by 4, 5 times 4 is 20 over 24, so this gives me 11 over 24, so that's the answer. Okay, so we're continuing on with our questions. So, it says, so here's a table. The table gives the areas of 4 South American countries, correct 3 significant figures, list the countries in order of area, smallest to largest. Okay, so first of all we can see which has got the 10 with the largest power. Well, Colombia and Brazil have got 10 to the power of 6, but Brazil has got a larger first number, 8.51, compared to the 1.14. Okay, then the next one is Guyana, 10 to the 5, and the last one is Panama. So Panama is the smallest. Okay, and it says from smallest to largest. So the answer is going to be Panama, then Guyana, then Colombia, then Brazil. Okay. Use a whole number to complete the statement in the answer space. So a whole number, and it says the area of Colombia is approximately, this is what it says in the question, blank times the area of Guyana. So let me just write down. So Colombia is 1.14 times 10 to the 6, and Guyana is, this is Colombia, Guyana is it's 2.15 times 10 to the 5. Now, if you've got your calculator, okay, and you do 1 times 10 to the power of 6 divided by 1 times 10 to the power of 5, that will give you 10. Okay, now it says approximately, so these numbers actually, because they're very close, like 1 is almost 2, and that difference is minuscule, very small compared to 10 to the 5 and 10 to the 6, okay? So this is basically, the answer is going to be 10 times, okay? Because even if you did this times 10 to the 6 and 2 times 10 to the 5, you would get a number that is close to 10, okay? But because it says a whole number to put in this space, you would put 10, okay? Because 10 is a whole number. So that's the answer to that question. Abdul bought a spade in this sale. Its original price was $16. How much did Abdul save? Now it says all items have a 35% reduction. Okay. And it says bought a spade in the sale and the original price was $16. How much did Abdul save? So, this is the original price, and that's 100% of the price. There's a 35% reduction. So first of all, I'm gonna work out what 1% is of 16. So I'm gonna do 0.01, which is 1%. Okay, so 1 divided by 100. Times 16. So 0.01 times is $0.16. So that's 1%. Now I'm going to multiply 0.16 times 35 to give me what that 35% is, and this is $5.6. So $5.6 is the reduction in the original price. So basically, he spent $10.4. Okay, it says how much did Abdul save? Well, he saved $5.6. Okay. The next day, all items were sold at half the original price. How much more would Abdul have saved if he had waited until the next day to buy the spade? So this time, I'm going to multiply $16 times 50% to give me what 50% is. And that's just basically half of it, that's $8. So, how much more would Abdul have saved? So we need to find the difference between 8 and how much he saved originally. This is $2.4. So he would have saved $2.4. Right, next question. A house was built in 1985 and cost $62,000. It was sold in 2003 for $310,000. Work out the 1985 price as a percentage of the 2003 price. So, 1985, it cost $62,000, and in 2003 it cost $310,000. We need to find the percentage. Well, so you do this. Okay. Do this in our calculators. This is about 0.2. Okay, and to convert that into percentage times 100, and that's 20%. Calculate the percentage increase in the price from 1985 to 2003. Right, percentage increase. So, first of all, let's find the difference. 310 minus 62,000. So this is equal to 248,000. If we divided 248,000 divided by the original 62,000, you would get 4. So basically, 248,000 is 4 times as large as 62,000, and as this was the original 100%, the percentage increase is basically 400%. Okay, so that's the answer to that one. The mass of the Earth is 1/95 of the mass of the planet Saturn. The mass of the Earth is 5.97 times 10 to the 24 kilograms. Calculate the mass of the planet Saturn, giving your answer in standard form correct to 2 significant figures. So, the mass of the Earth is 1/95 of mass of Saturn. And then the mass of the Earth is 5.97 times 10 to the 24 kg. So this is the mass of the Earth. Right. So, basically, if it's 1/95, you need to just 5.97 times 10 to the 24 times 95. If you did that in your calculator, this would give you 5.7 times 10 to the 26 kg. Okay. Right, next one. From the values listed above, write down the smallest. So, I'll give you the numbers. Right, so which is the smallest? Well, if you actually converted this into a fraction, or converted this into a decimal and these into a decimal, you would actually find that 7 out of 100 is the smallest. Okay. And again, to convert this into a decimal, we just divide this by 100. To convert this into a decimal, just type it in your calculator, and actually this is the smallest of them two, even smaller than these two. Okay. Right, so that's A. The largest. So the largest in this case be this one, because this is 0.72 as a decimal. So this is the largest. It's the largest. And lastly, it says the two which are equal. Well, so this one and this one are equal. Okay, so basically this question is just getting you to make sure you're comfortable with converting between decimal and fraction form and percentages. Okay, right, I'm just going to end the video now with multiplying and dividing fractions. So we all know that adding fractions, as long as the denominator is the same, we just need to add up the numerators together. So this is 2 over 10, okay? If it was 1 over 5 plus 1 over 10, I couldn't just add 1 plus 1, I would have to change the denominator to 10. Okay, so this is equal to 2 over 10 plus 1 over 10. Okay, I basically multiplied 5 by 2 and 1 by 2. And this is 3 over 10. Okay, and the same thing again, 2 over 10 minus 1 over 10 is, because the denominators are the same, I can just do the numerator subtraction. So 2 minus 1 equals 1. This gives me 1 over 10. Okay, again, let's just do a quick example. Say it was 2 over 10 minus 3 over 5. Well, I'm going to make 5 10 by timesing it by 2. This is going to be 2 over 10 minus, and then 3 times 2 is 6 over 10. So this is equal to minus 4 over 10, which is equal to minus 2 over 5. Okay, so that's for adding and subtracting fractions. And the rule is what you do to the numerator, you do to the denominator in order to make sure that it's the same fraction. Okay, and you need to make the same denominator the same in order for you to add the numerators together on the top. Right, multiplication is the easiest. So basically, in this case, 1 times 1, 2 times 2, so it becomes this. Okay, another example, 2 over 4 times 3 over 5. 2 times 3 is 6. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, so that's simple. Now, if it's a division, so let's say a half divided by a half. Now in division, basically I'm just going to tell you the rule. Basically, this is equivalent to half times the reciprocal, so I'm just going to swap the denominator and numerator around. 2 over 1, which is 2 over 2, which is 1. Okay? And if you remember this rule, you can't go wrong.